Scrolling up, looking. I know we had this conversation. Doesn't go up far enough.
All the names sucked.
Huh?
So we did have the conversation, but all the names sucked.
I'm sorry that you are not classy enough to appreciate spirits.
It wasn't even spirits. It was spirits and spirits.
Well, I've upgraded it to spirits.
Okay, we're recording just so that you guys know.
No.
It's... Oh, hang on. It is August 28th, 2020. I think this is session
27,000.
I wrote it down. I swear I wrote it
Well,
down.
like session 8.
No.
The last one was 14.
Okay, then this is 15.
We could say it's session 8,347 and make it sound like we've been doing this for so much longer.
Right.
We're level like 5. Took us
We play really slow.
100 years.
Yeah, well, we started a second campaign after level 5, so...
It's like playing chess through the mail before the internet. The game takes 3 years. What is Lift's race?
Ghost.
Poltergeist.
Okay, Poltergeist. What was he before? Does he have
Bartender.
Gnome Poltergeist?
Why is that important?
It plays into the naming of the place.
Oh.
If he's going to be part of the vibe of the place or whatever.
We should call it Final Rest, because it's like a tavern, you can rest there.
It sounds like we're going to kill our guests.
Maybe we will. We've got some unscrupulous folks in this party. I wouldn't put it above any of you to murder guests.
Let's review last week, and then you guys can, if you decide you want to talk about it some more, that's fine. But last week you guys started off. You spent some time touring the manor at Troll Skull Alley. Felix had a taste of the rotten ale, spit it out, and then Holly decided to throw it away. Then
I went to get more in town.
You didn't leave.
I did. Okay, well, I guess.
Then Broxley Fairkettle from the Fellowship of the Innkeepers visits you and introduces himself. He explains how all the guilds work. You guys decide among yourselves, and agree to pay 1,000 gold pieces for a 12-day renovation of your tavern and the rest of the building. You pay 250 gold pieces for all of the licenses from the guilds. All of this money will include fresh stock of ale, wine, spirits. You will get new pastries, meats, groceries, everything that you need to be completely up and running. You will have to decide on hiring some local people, so you can address that later, because you need more than just Lift to be there while you're out and about. But the licensing covers basically everything that you would need as far as like your renovations and your restocking. You continue to tour the manor. Then Holly receives a paper bird message from the Harpers inviting her to join via a meeting with Mert at the theater. You guys decide to workshop the name of your tavern and party. And while you're doing so, Ulcoria Stonemarrow, who is a female shield dwarf archmage, stops by with her shield guardian waiting outside. She offers the glyph of warding service as well as a possible future shield guardian. You guys decide not to commission anything from her, and she leaves, but before she leaves, she promises to visit you again later. Then Felix gets a sending message from Safrar in the Blackstaff Tower, inviting him to visit. The party travels through Waterdeep to the Tower of the Blackstaff and meets... I gotta look this up because I really mess up her name and it bothers me. And they have a pronunciation guide. Vajra Safar. Vajra invites Felix to join the Grey Hands, which is a special forces group of mercenaries that are loyal to the city of Waterdeep and whose job it is to deal with threats to the city that the city guard and the watch can't handle without significant loss of life. And they're kind of a last resort, since the lords of Waterdeep tend not to be fond of their methods. This seems right up his alley, so Felix agrees to join. He pledges loyalty, and as an introductory mission, she sends him to Mount Waterdeep to seek out a monk by the name of Halam. Then the party, everybody except for Ogle, who stayed at the tavern, or travels back to the tavern, then travels up to the Lightsinger Theater. You stop at the market and buy some fancy clothes. You guys get to the Lightsinger Theater, watch an opera. During the intermission, Holly, disguised as a man in a suit named Isaac, approaches Mert, who Holly is supposed to find during intermission. Mert is not expecting this disguise. Holly reveals a flash of her transformative powers to Mert, and he is impressed and invites her to join the Harpers, which is an altruistic organization who stays anonymous. They don't seek glory, but are a hidden force of good. The Harpers believe the presence of the Zentarum are responsible for the escalation in violence in Waterdeep. Holly agrees to help, and Mert gives her a mission to find a talking mare named Maxine and find out information about the Zentarum operatives. Holly relays the mission to the party. Felix hated the opera, Mordekaiser slept through the opera, and Ra enjoyed the opera. The end. That's where we ended.
You mentioned the
We didn't do any last.
Yeah, I found Holly, and I let her know that I knew it was her by doing the.
Oh yeah.
Is that your echolocation?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna grow cat ears. Why isn't he a cat totem barbarian?
I don't know. Why isn't he?
Please do not assume my totem.
Wow. Right. Totemist.
Yeah, it's 2020. I do not have to conform to one specific totem.
So, actually, I built in my Google Drive, I built a calendar for the different months and seasons. And there's 4 10 days in, I think, wait, I have to look at it now. Damn it. There's 3 10 days in every month. You guys will see it on the video. And I'm keeping track of like how many days are going by and what's happening on the days so that you guys, so I have somewhat of an accurate time frame on everything. So you guys technically, let's see. You've been in Waterdeep for 3 nights. This is your 4th night technically in Waterdeep. You guys just left the opera. Are you going home to go to sleep? What are you doing?
Wasn't I given a mission by Mert?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was.
Scroll
I'm
up.
having a chat with Liv.
Oh yeah.
We were going to go home and go to bed because tomorrow we have to go down to that mountain for Felix's quest, but we want to do it in daylight.
Mm-hmm.
While hunting scarecrows.
Yes, or crows that are scary because I'm confused.
Right. Right.
And windmills.
What is a dray?
What?
What's a dray?
It's a doctor from the 80s.
I don't think so. A dray? Wouldn't that be like a forest
What's a carriage?
nymph? Oh. I'm thinking of dryad. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking like plural dryad would be dray. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here we go. Now I can hear better. Oh my god.
Anyways, that's my objective. I'm not gonna immediately go home after the opera.
Okay. What do
I'm
you
going to go try and find this mayor named Maxine.
in the evening?
Sure. I mean, carriages are pulled all 24/7, or at least, I mean, it's not nighttime.
I mean, it was probably like a couple hours of an opera, like a 2-hour opera. So you can try if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna try and locate the. Well, I need to figure out all of the dray organizations, all the carriage people,
Yeah.
and then I need to figure out if any of them have a talking mare.
Okay.
So first off, I'm gonna go to the nearest. I guess I'll go to whatever taverns nearby to see if I can talk to anyone who's ever heard of a talking mare named Maxine. Because that seems like a folklore kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah. I go into the nearest tavern and I ask the bartender, have you ever heard of a talking mare that pulls one of the drays in the city? I change disguises as well, or at least I change faces. I'm not going to be that fancy Isaac. I'm going to be Jericho, who's dressed in far simpler clothes. What does the bartender say?
Where are you? Where did you go?
Where did the opera happen? I just went to the nearest tavern, wherever that was.
The opera was located in the Castle Ward, which is like the really fancy part of town. It's kind of, it's just south of the market.
Right.
I'm pinging it.
Yeah, I see. Maybe the trades ward. Seems like there'd be plenty of taverns over there.
I bet the dock ward has a lot.
Yeah, that seems even more unsavory. I mean, the Yawning Portal's near there. That's where we're staying. No, not anymore. We have our own place.
Right.
I'm glad you picked a young Chris Jericho and not the old one.
Chris Jericho?
Yeah, he posted a
Oh, I haven't
Link.
looked.
Discord.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at the old.
Oops. Oh, goodness.
That's not what I look like at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Far, far thinner. It doesn't really matter which tavern it is. It's just I go to a generic tavern and ask the bartender or any patrons if they've ever heard of a talking mare named Maxine.
Okay, you walk in to a bar called the Dirty Stool.
Cool.
Oh God.
You're in the trade wards, so it's kind of a gross area. You walk in the bar called the Dirty Stool, and you immediately realize why it's called that. It smells like sewage in there. And what form are you in again?
Jericho.
So you're like still okay. You're
Jer-
not. You're not Isaac.
Isaac is the fancy man.
Yeah.
Jericho's more of a ruffian. Well, he's not like a thug, but he looks like he looks like he doesn't belong in any upstanding bright light places.
Okay. So he walks up to the bar and asks the bartender or one of the barmaids or who?
Yeah, bartender.
Okay. Is he ordering anything or he's just walked in and starts asking around?
He'll sit down and order a drink.
Okay. So the bartender
Something mild.
is a tall, thin, mostly balding man who looks like he's about 65 or 70. And he has like a hook nose and really bony joints on his fingers. And he walks over and he's polishing like a glass or something when he walks over and gets your order and you say you wanted ale?
Just whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Ale.
So then he walks over and he pours a ale and he sets it down in front of you and you set coin up to pay for it. And how do you ask him?
As he turns around, before he turns around, I just say to him, "Hey, I have a question. There's this rumor about a talking mare pulling one of the drays that goes around the city. Have you ever heard of that kind of thing? Talking mare?"
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm really good at this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's actually a 19 because of my class feature.
Okay.
If I roll a 9 or lower, it's a 10. So it's a 19.
Okay. He looks at you and says, I've heard the same rumor.
Is there any truth to it?
You know, people talk. I've heard the same rumor that this dray with this talking mare goes up and down the high road. I wouldn't give it any credence. But, you know, the high road goes all the way to the southern ward, from the southern ward all the way to the field ward, so could be anywhere, really.
Yeah, well, it's just a rumor. Then I drink my drink and don't
And he says,
bother him any further.
People who talk about animals that talk to him maybe have had a few too many drinks, or they've been picking those mushrooms out of the horse pie.
Jericho just makes a face at that and
What kind of
starts
face?
drinking.
Like a smirk?
No, like a gross.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just drinks his drink.
Okay.
And yeah. Do I recognize any of the barmaids? Do you want me to roll for it?
Sure, yeah, roll, oh my god, it wouldn't be history, what would it be?
Oh no, I meant like a D100%
sure.
chance to see if I.
Anything
You can set
under-
the percentage to
under
whatever.
10%, yes, you do.
Nope.
Okay. No, you
Okay.
don't.
Well, if I don't see any of my barmaids, then I will drink my drink and
Yeah,
exit
you
the
wouldn't
establishment.
really know anybody at the Dirty Stool.
Yeah.
Not your crowd.
Yeah. I leave the dirty stool behind. and I go back to our tavern.
Okay, you
I'm gonna
were
pick up-
in the trades ward, so you have to travel quite a ways.
That's fine.
Okay. You have to
I'm
go
gonna
all the way
pick
to
up-
the north ward, so you're going to travel... I mean, you can
Couple miles.
ask along the high road.
That's true. That's smart. I will do that. If I'm going up there anyways, I might as well ask around.
Also,
I'll
you...
keep an eye out for any drays.
Okay. I don't know if you remember, but you were gifted something from Mert.
I do not remember.
He gave you a silver pen with a harp and a crescent moon.
What's that do?
Nothing?
No, it's just a
It's-
thing.
It's,
Oh, right. It's like a symbol.
It's a symbol. It's a silver pin with a harp and a crescent moon.
Harp?
Yeah, it's the Harper symbol.
Yeah, I know.
So are you wearing it?
Well, I mean, I thought they were meant to remain anonymous.
They are.
So no. I just wear it about.
Okay.
Seems redundant to have an anonymous organization with a pin that you have anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I'll walk around the high road and ask for more information to random folks that look like they know things. Anybody who looks like a regular along the road.
All right. So it's pretty late
Or-
at night now.
Any grooms?
It's probably
Yeah, that is
like
unoccupied.
11 p.m. So most of the grooms are breaking down all of their bits and saddles and things off of their horses at this point, because the only people left out and about would be people up to no good or drunkards coming out of taverns, and those aren't
Are there
really
any whores on the street corners?
whores on the street corners.
Yeah.
In the trade wards, yes.
Cool, I'll ask some of them.
As Jericho?
Sure. I mean, he looks like a, average. He doesn't look particularly unsavory, but he doesn't look like he's super rich or anything.
All right. So you walk. There's two ladies, both brunette, and they look both human.
Okay.
And they're scantily clad on the corner of River Street and the High Road. What are you doing?
I walk past them, and when they inevitably call out to me,
They
I
just-
turn to them and say, "Oh, go ahead."
Oh, they look at you and they say, "Hey, big boy, what are you doing out here tonight?"
Looking for something. Maybe you can help me with that. But it might not be what you think. He pulls out some coins and says, "I'm looking for information."
Okay, what kind of information you looking for?
You know the carriages that pass by on the high road all the time, yeah? You ever heard any rumors about a talking mare?
And the one girl looks at the other girl and giggles. A talking mare? What have you been smoking? And then the other girl doesn't laugh. And she kind of looks at you, like kind of side-eyes you. And puts her hand out like she's wants the money.
I set a so I take out my gold pouch and I set the money and the pin in her hands, and I let her get a look at the pin before sliding it back into my sleeve.
Okay. How much
Except for
gold are
book
you
any-
giving her?
Well, not actually. I just say gold pouch, but it's probably like a silver at most.
Silver, like a pouch with one silver in it?
No, it's my pouch of money, but I'm taking it out and then setting a silver in her hand
okay,
along
okay.
with my. I'm not the whole pouch in her damn hand.
Okay. So you're giving her a silver.
Yeah, and the
And you're
pin,
flashing your pin.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Flashing these prostitutes.
And
What? What'd you say?
Nothing. He approaches two hookers, flashes them, and puts it in their hand.
Stop. Okay. Uh, oh, hang on. She just looks at you and she looks down at the silver and she notices the pin really quickly as you pull it away and she says, "You're looking for Sybil. He's the groom for Maxine. And if you come back down here tomorrow afternoon, he makes his way down here in the afternoon, but I think he comes from the north. So you have to travel from the north to find him. Like he travels in the morning from the north and makes his way down here by the afternoon. I don't
Very
know.
well.
I don't know how many stops he makes." And
That is much appreciated.
She slides the silver.
Before taking my hand away from hers, I swiftly set 2 more silver coins into her hand.
Okay.
And I say, "Thanks for the information. It is much appreciated."
And she
And then
quickly whips her hand away and stuffs the coins into her bustier.
And then I leave quickly,
Okay,
slinking away like a shadow in the night.
got
Because
it.
that's Jericho.
You going back up to
Yep.
Troll Skull?
Yeah.
Everybody else went to Troll Skull, right?
Yes.
Ogle's already there.
Yeah, Ogle's
Yep.
been there. Okay,
We need to figure out a name for this dang tavern.
I
right?
think everybody needs to pick one, and we just roll, and whoever
The
wins
Eternal
roll.
Rest. That's mine. I like that. It's got a haunting feel to it.
Well, there's the haunted hooker with a fish logo. Come on, man.
I feel like that's a
That
little
has a haunted
crude.
feel to it. Or the spooky pelican pub.
Spooky Pelican Pub sounds like a...
Yeah, you guys you're not like in the bougie fancy part of town, but you're definitely in like the upper middle class suburbs.
I think we should stick out to all the goth kids and be a weird ghost house. Call it the Eternal Rest. And
Well,
put some
everybody get
Halloween
their
decorations
names,
out
and
front.
this week you can roll on them.
We could roll
Yeah.
on it right now.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. You only have 4,
Really?
and Mordekaiser will be the 5th, and
How about you put a name forward, Mom?
no.
Okay.
What do you mean we only have 4? What?
There's
4
only
names?
4 of you right now, so
Oh.
Mordekaiser would be like the tiebreaker.
Well, that's not how that would work.
I think we're all going to pick one, and whoever rolls highest wins.
Oh. So still not fair that he's not here, because he wanted like lift
Oh,
spirits.
I assumed we'd line them all up
No,
and then
actually,
roll.
I knew what he wanted. He wanted lift spirits, so I can roll for him. That
Well,
way.
who would you do that instead of
Fine.
lining them all up and like lift spirits is 1, eternal rest is 2, etc. And then roll a 1d5.
Oh, I don't want to roll a 1d5 and be the person who does it. So,
Well, you're the DM. You need to do that.
Wow, I don't need to do anything. We can all roll a 1d100, and whoever gets the highest score, that name sticks. Does everybody agree with that?
Sure.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Okay. Everybody roll a 1d100. I'm going to roll for lift spirits.
Uh-oh. Oh, I think Ogle won.
What?
Wow. Lift spirits, I guess it is.
Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. Everybody did it. Okay, so are you guys good with that?
I guess.
I was gonna say spirits lift water.
That's even worse.
Stop.
99 and 98. That's crazy.
Lift spirits. Okay.
Lifted spirits seems to make more sense.
He said lift spirits last time. Like I think it's even in the.
It is.
It's
It's fine.
yeah. Lift.
Just mention it to
Lift
Mordekaiser.
spirits. LIF''S spirits. Lifts spirits.
Okay. Lift spirits.
Lift spirits.
That doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Lift spirits.
Oh, I said lifts life water last week.
Okay.
Well, you lost.
Oh yeah. So did you.
So you guys
Yes.
can work on your name, like your party name, this week.
Lifted spirits.
That's what I just said.
That's our party name.
No.
No.
I mean, I don't care. It's up to you guys. That's crazy. I got a 99. Alright, so you guys are all back at your manor above Lift Spirits. Alright, you're just going to bed.
I'm setting up my hammock at the top of the turret.
Right. Sorry, I'm gonna get over to... back at the manor. Ta-da! Okay. We're gonna say that Mordekaiser... he fell asleep during the opera, so he was very, very tired. He's not used to all of these people, and he gets kind of anxious and stuff. So he's sleeping in the next morning when you guys wake up. And yeah. And he decides to sit this one out when you guys like try to wake him up and stuff. So you wake up the next morning, and what you doing?
Hunting for a guy in some caves on a mountain and a scarecrow that's harassing farmers.
Okay, I didn't.
Unless Lift is like cooking breakfast downstairs or something.
He can cook breakfast if you want him to.
I mean, is there food in this place yet? They start dropping off supplies or whatever, or
I think that's up to us.
No, actually. So this is the 8th day of Kythorn, and you guys just got Troll Skull Manor yesterday. And it is a 12-day renovation period. So in the morning, there are some like construction workers that show up, and they're starting to, they knock on the door, and Liff answers, but they don't see anybody. So he just opens the door. And they say, hello. Hello. Hello, we're here to help with the...
why do the construction workers automatically have to have a Hispanic accent?
Because I was just
Was that
thinking
even
of doors.
Hispanic?
I know, right? You don't even know what that
Sounded
was.
like it.
You don't even know what that was.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Kind of sounds
Hello?
Whatever, anyways.
It could have been Cuban.
Who would be up first? I don't know. I suppose Holly wakes up decently early. But I don't know if Felix is on like a weird nocturnal clock.
I'm still in my tower. Alright, so Holly answers the door.
I suppose. I will come down the stairs dressed as Holly, barmaid, and I will answer the door. Or I guess I'll go to the door that's already opened and say, "Hello? Hi. Can I help you?"
Okay. And it's a couple of dwarves, and they say, "Hello, we are from the Stonecutters, Masons, and Potters and Tile Makers Guild, and we are here to fix up some of the places that you need fixing, like your walls and your fireplaces and your tile, if you have any tile in your bathrooms, and
Do we have running water?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, you have privies and baths and things like that. So yeah, we have running water. They have like plumbers and stuff,
Cool.
sort of.
Well, I'll let them in.
Well, there's the Cellars and Plumbers Guild. One of the guy comes in and he's from the Cellars and Plumbers Guild. And
I
then
will.
there's also some gnomes that come in with a couple of humans, and they're from the Carpenters, Roofers, and Plasterers Guild. So
All right, I draw a line at gnomes.
what?
We have a gnome in the party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of. I don't know if he's a gnome or some other
He's a gnome.
demon.
He's a forest gnome.
I will say to them, "Okay, well, hold on a moment. Let me go get my manager." And then I turn around, walk back into a different room, and then transform into Isaac, who's very well dressed and has rich velvet clothes and looks very proper. And then he comes out and says, "Greetings, good morning. How may I help all of you? I heard you are here to fix some things in my tavern.
And
Renovations?"
yes, and one of the gnomes walks up and he goes, my name's Bala, and I'm here to represent the Carpenters, Roofers, and Plasterers Guild. And these are some of my other friends. We're from different guilds, and we were told that you paid up front and that you became members, and so we're here to take care of everything and get you up and running.
All right. Before that happens, could I see any writs of confirmation that proves your
And-
identity and all that?
He sets down like a I'm trying to think of what that would be called. It's not a basket, but it's like made of wood, like a basket made of, what was that called? Anybody? Like a crate with a handle? Yeah, I don't know. And he's got like his tools and stuff in it. And
Bushel basket.
yeah, and
The toolbox.
it's whatever. It's a toolbox.
Toolbox.
That
Yeah.
unlidded.
Yeah, unlidded crate with a handle made of wood and has a bunch of tools and stuff in it. And he pushes some tools away and pulls out like a little scroll, and he hands it to you, and you unravel it, and it has Broxley's signature at the bottom.
Cool. Well, I suppose that's enough. Isaac will be receiving the names of everyone who enters,
Okay.
but beyond that, he lets them in, and he will then go upstairs and inform his group members not to kill the gnomes and dwarves that are in the house.
There's a
'cause
couple
they're
humans
working-
too.
Well, I tell my party not to kill them.
Right.
They're here to fix stuff.
And
You
they're
will
like
pay
obvious
funeral
stonecutters,
costs.
masons, plumbers, carpenters, roofers.
And,
blah,
well, you can never trust
right.
these these idiots.
Right. Okay, so there's a bunch of construction going on. There's banging and knocking and buzzing and all kinds of stuff. Slathering for the plasterers. Anyway, So you guys eating breakfast? I don't know. You're gonna have to like go somewhere for that. You don't have any food yet.
Isaac is going to go around and take stock of anything valuable we have. I mean,
Well, did you guys leave anything at the yawning portal? Because you had a bunch of stuff still, even after you sold a lot of your stuff at the market. You still had a bunch of stuff left over. So did you leave it at the yawning portal? Because it's not really like stuff that you could just be carrying around constantly.
I don't know. What think I'm in charge of that?
I've just been counting on Ogle to take care of all of our logistics.
Huh?
Where's all your stuff?
Did we bring it all with the move?
You didn't actually move. You just checked it out yesterday, but you never went back to the yawning portal, so it depends on where you left all that stuff.
I think it would be there then. We should probably go get it.
Okay, you guys are headed down to the yawning portal for breakfast and to gather your stuff.
Sure.
Okay.
What stuff are we gathering?
All of our crap that we left at the yawning portal.
Oh, in the loot list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that was left from the loot list.
Which isn't much.
That's not what I wanted to do. Okay.
So the yawning portal is like competition now.
Kind
Well,
of. They're
we're pretty
far
far from it.
away, yeah. You guys are in completely different districts. So, let me actually get out. You guys are very much northeast in the North Ward, and the Yawning Portal is like 2 wards below you in the Dock Ward. And they're kind of in the seedy part of town, and you're like in the nicer part of town. So your clientele is totally different.
Are we gonna have someone bring our stuff, or are we gonna go get it ourselves? Didn't you guys have like to go on a mountain or something? I can handle this. You guys go on your mountain trip.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we had to eat anyway, so we came down here to eat. You can pick up our stuff and transport it, and then we'll go to the mountain.
Yeah.
So you guys all go to the Yawning Portal to have breakfast.
I will
And
requisition. I can get
Holly
one of the
goes
carriages. to
as
take our
Holly.
stuff. Sure.
Okay.
It's the person that the people around town, at least,
Okay.
somewhat know the party person to be.
Right.
I'm slowly changing Holly's outfit to be less barmaidy and more akin to what an adventurer would wear.
Okay. So you guys have breakfast at the Yawning Portal Inn. You see your friend Bonnie, Holly. You see your friend Bonnie, and and then Holly stays back at the Yawning Portal to gather all the stuff, and
Yeah. I'll have a carriage bring
you're
it
gonna
to the.
have to pay Durnan for keeping your stuff in the room for a night because he couldn't rent the room out. But
That's fine.
So the rest of you are you all headed to the mountain?
I'm gonna let them go ahead. I'm gonna make sure our stuff gets to the place, and
Right.
I need to stay here for my thing.
We will get back
So
to
they can
you because you have a separate
That's
little thing. Okay. All right. So the rest of you.
Yes,
I'm
going.
going. Mountain.
Headed to the cave. Hopefully finding a scary scarecrow. Or a crow that's scary.
Okay. So you are at the Yawning Portal, which is right here. And Mount Waterdeep is right here. Are you seeing it?
There it is.
Yeah. So, you guys take off and hang on, I gotta close some windows. All right, so you guys leave the sort of edges of town as you start to walk west. You go like down Cook Street and through Rain Run Street, and there's this sort of like little moat around this castle right here called Castle Waterdeep. So you have to kind of walk through these areas down here as you get more and more south of Mount Waterdeep to get around this sort of moat area. And you're at the very, very southwest of Mount Waterdeep. So you have to climb up this mountain. And it's pretty steep. And even though you're all mostly athletic, everybody, it's just the three of you, Felix, Ogle, and Ra, roll a Constitution saving throw.
I think I'm good at those.
Wait, why are we rolling?
Because you're climbing up a mountain. And it's pretty exhausting because the higher you get, there's like the higher elevation. It's a pretty high mountain.
Are you wearing your armor, Ogle? Might make it a bit hard.
Right.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm a dwarf.
That's true.
All right. So, Ra, you're fine. Ogle, you're fine. Felix.
Can we tie Felix to the rope and just drag him?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus. Four
Okay.
things of exhaustion?
yep.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
Fuck.
You have 4 levels of exhaustion.
That's insane.
Yeah, you are not used to that elevation at all because you were kind of like a sea level ship dwelling, and then the forest that you grew up in was closer to the ocean, so you're not used to the mountains.
I got a little stressed out at the opera and drank too much.
So you currently have disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and your hit point maximum is halved.
Yeah, you fucked.
You are very
Yeah, too.
tired. Don't get any more, or else you'll die. Two more levels. Woof.
That came through horrible. I'm sorry. I just
That's
got
okay. That worked.
Just post it.
I did. And
Like
level
that.
6 is death.
Right?
So I need a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys make it to the top of the mountain and you find this cave. Which is fairly easy once you finally make it to find the cave. And so you see this cave opening. What are you doing?
I would say I was going to sneak up on it, but I'm not feeling particularly sneaky right now. So I guess I'll just walk in there. And I don't remember what the hell I'm supposed to ask this person. I have it written down somewhere.
Sorry, I did not write it in our journal.
Yeah, I'm looking for Halam, right?
Yeah, your hit points, by the way, are halved.
I don't really have a token to put that on, so
Oh yeah.
we'll just assume it's halved. And I'll walk into the cave and be like, Halam.
You have disability on ability. Disability. You have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws. Your speed is half, and your hit points are half. So you just walk into the cave and say, "Halam."
Hello, Halam. I mean, I'm not exactly sneaking up on this guy. I'm just supposed to tell him I heard about threats to the city.
And you see a very, very elderly looking man
Hey,
with.
can we go back like a couple minutes before we walk into the cave?
Mm-hmm.
So homeboy there is exhausted, right? So Ogle slings off his pack and pulls out a potion of vitality. And says, "Drink this, cat."
Okay.
What
Link
is
it.
it?
Drinking this potion removes any exhaustion you are suffering, cures any disease or poison affecting you, and maximizes the effect of any hit die you spend to regain hit points within the next 24 hours.
Nice.
I don't remember where we got it from, but we got it. But
Right.
now that he's drank
That's
it,
handy.
we don't have it. So don't
Alright.
get exhausted anymore,
So you're-
kitty cat.
You're back to normal.
Thanks. I'm feeling much better.
I was trying to see if I had a spell that did it, but I don't.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I could find. I was like, I think we got one of them.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. Now he can go into the
Yeah,
cave
that's good.
feeling all spruced up and ready to go.
Yeah, he is feeling frisky. Because he's a cat. Alright. So you see an elderly man in a, like, sackcloth sort of dress. He's bald with bushy white eyebrows and, like that sort of skinny old face that would make, like, the lips almost non-existent because it's like the teeth, like the lips curl around the teeth inside, but they're not. But he still has his teeth.
Oh, I also cast guidance on him when we walked in the cave.
Okay. How long does that last?
Look. 1 minute.
Okay.
So I'm giving him an opportunity to be good.
So
Sorry.
he says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hi, Halam?
Yes.
Vashra sent me, and she said to ask you about some threats to the city?
Vashra sent you. I'm not sure I believe you so much. How do you know Vashra?
She summoned me with a message spell, and I went and talked to her, and then she said to come up here and ask you about threats to the city.
I'm sorry I don't deal in the issues of the city very much.
Is he lying to me?
Make an inside check. You get the feeling he doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't trust you.
Well, we God damn it, I don't remember the name of the group. Well, I would like to try and convince him.
You can scroll up in the chat to see exactly what your mission said.
What's this mountain called?
Mount Waterdeep.
Ah.
Just waiting on you guys.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, my mission is seek out Halam, a monk who lives in a cave in the side of Waterdeep. Try not to annoy him.
Oh, there it is.
So what have you asked him?
About threats to Waterdeep.
Make a persuasion check.
Remember, you do have guidance for one.
Yeah, I'll use a D4 or D6.
4.
Fitting.
He looks at you. He already has like really squinty eyes, so you can't really tell if he's like squinting or not. He leans in and says, "Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end."
And then he falls into a catatonic state.
Oh, he said catatonic.
He waddles back to this little rock that he
Catatonic.
was sitting on in his yoga pose. I will link it. You don't have to write it down.
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end.
Yes.
Huh. Well, that's cryptic. But that tracks with your whole persona. I was told not to bug you, so unless you got anything else, I'll go ahead and get out of your hair.
He's already turned around and walked away.
Alright. Well, thanks for that. Nice talk. I turn around, look at them, shrug. Scarecrow hunting? Where are the farms? Did you get a lead on a direction of the farms, or is it just like a random farm, or all the farms in one place?
I mean, theoretically, I should be able to like tell us where where we passed farms.
Okay, so because you have the Wanderer, you know that you guys came... Are you on the map? Yeah, you're on the map. Okay. You guys came from the north, so if you scroll out, you descended into Waterdeep from the high road at the north gate. Ra would have seen a bunch of sort of like farm areas on the northeastern side of the city called the Undercliff. Is literally like the city's kind of up on a cliff compared to the farms.
Well, we're
See it.
head in that direction.
Literally the opposite side of town. So,
Off we go, following my lead, I guess.
got it.
I follow.
All right. So, in the meantime, so you guys are descending Mount Waterdeep. Everybody make just Felix, Raw, Ogle, make a dexterity save to be able to get down safely.
Oh, here we go. Guys, I'm gonna fall, literally.
Oof.
I'm gonna roll down the... Whoa, holy shit. Felix, you like rolled down the thing. Natural one.
All right. So, Ra and Ogle are fine. Let me see here.
Felix is just having a bad day.
Right?
The name of this adventure is Ra and Ogle are fine, and Felix nearly dies from walking twice.
All right. You slip on some pebbles, Felix, and slide past Ogle and past Raw. Luckily, you are very dexterous, and you have that cat 9 lives kind of thing where you aren't gonna die, and you land on your feet for most of the time when you fall, and you only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. I had tape stuck to my paw. It kind of freaked me out.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, we had that conversation, 2
Oh.
weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
The whole cat and the gnome on a stick.
All right. So are you guys descending north, south, east, west? What direction do you want to leave Mount Waterdeep?
We're
By
just
the way-
following, what's his face?
I'm just making a straight beeline towards those farms I saw. So whatever direction that is.
Well, you're on the
East.
southwest side, so you're going to want to go east, sort of northeast by east. So we'll say right
that way.
here. You're going to enter back in in this area right here where can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys come off of Mount Waterdeep and you enter the city back in, and you're on Waterdeep Way, headed east. Holly,
Yes.
you were down at the Yawning Portal, and you decided you were right there. Well, Yawning Portal's right here, and you had made your way, Soothsayer's way, over to the high road, and were
No, I was getting all of our
progressing.
stuff carted up to our house.
Okay. Were you trying to look for Sybil and Maxine on your way?
I'll do so. No, I would pay someone like porters to get carriage
Okay.
our stuff over there and have them set it in our house because there's already construction workers. I'll let them tell the construction
Okay.
workers that
So
they're going to
then
be
you
there.
were headed. So you did all that while they were hiking up the mountain,
And
and
now
then-
I'm doing this.
and now you're working your way up the high road.
Sure. Looking
Because
for
it's
Sybil.
still morning. It probably only took them an hour to climb the mountain and then an hour to get back down. And they probably only stayed up there for 5-10 minutes. So it's maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not quite, it's not noon yet. So, and the prostitute had told you that she saw him. She was on the High Road and River Street corner last night, and she said that in that area he was there in the afternoon. So this is a pretty good time to sort of be in the area above River Street on the High Road.
Oh yeah, I'll hang out around there and look for Sybil.
Okay. What are you doing to look for Sybil?
I will ask around, and then if anybody knows about a dray puller named Sybil.
Who are you gonna ask? Just like a random person?
Not a random person. Maybe someone. Oh, I can go into one of the shops, and whichever is nearby.
Okay.
I'll ask the person working there.
There's actually. Okay, so you decided. So you were at the Yawning Portal. You decided to take Soothsayer's Way all the way over to River Street. Wait, I don't think that connects. Well, there's like alleys and stuff, so you were kind of in this area, and you walk up, and you're in like the Spoils alley area, and there's a quilt shop right here, and it's just called the Quilter's Needle. You walk in, and there's a sweet little old human lady, and she has like a bonnet on, and she says, oh wait, what form are you in?
Holly.
Okay. And she says, hello dear, how can I help you today?
Hi, I'm looking for a certain dray carriage. Do you know anybody by the name of Sybil?
Make a persuasion check.
I got a 21.
Okay. And she says, oh yes, Sybil, of course. Sybil has a very lovely dray. It's the one with the carriage wheels have sort of like a bright reddish spokes on them. You can't miss them. I think they're the only ones with the bright reddish spokes on them.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for those. I'm gonna look at the quilts.
Okay, so you're like, she's got them like hanging almost the same way that if you were to go and like look at rugs, and they were like hung up like tapestries on these like wood bars, and they're like in a color-coded order. So you've got like purple ones, and then blue ones, and then green ones, and then yellow ones, and then orange ones, and then red ones.
Does she have any that are purple?
Yes, she has 2. One of them has like sunburst sort of purple patterns, and then another one that's like bubble patterns, and they're like light purple and lavender and periwinkle and dark purple bubbles all over.
I'm gonna go with that one, the bubble one.
Okay.
I'll buy that. And then I'll wait outside.
That'll be 2
for-
gold, my dear.
Nice. Give her 2 gold.
Quilts are expensive.
Yeah. I mean, she
Okay.
probably takes a lot of time.
They're
making
hand,
them, but,
yeah, they're hand.
but it's a cool
sewn.
quilt
It is a
as
cool
well.
quilt. Okay.
Then I'm gonna go outside with my quilt on me, I guess.
On you?
Is it- what's
it's
the season?
Folded. She's like folding it. It's summer.
Oh, never mind. Can I get a bag?
Yeah, she folds it up and actually like puts it in like paper packaging with like a twine around it, so it looks like a nice pretty package with like twine rope tied, so it's almost like a gift wrapped.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll take that, put it under my arm, and then I'll go out. And I will look for a dray carriage pulled with red spokes.
Okay. What way are you walking? North or south?
I'll walk north.
Okay.
Since that's where he comes from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you're walking up north, and you actually, that's when these guys come back from they're walking east, and you guys kind of meet like right here where High Road meets Waterdeep Way, and the rest of your party meets you right here.
Cool. I am Holly, so you'd instantly recognize
So you
me.
guys see Holly as you're making your way east.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Holly. We're going scarecrow hunting. What are you even up to?
I bought a quilt.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a very pretty quilt. I'm going to take it to our house. I got everything, all of our supplies from the awning portal. I'm going to take it back up to the, what was it, Lift Spirits? That's what we named it.
Yeah. You actually had a porter sent up there, so you don't
Yeah,
have to
that's right.
escort it.
Well, I just tell them that I did that and that I'm on my way to find a certain carriage. Where are you guys going exactly? Because if I get my carriage thing done, I'll come meet you guys.
Ogle shrugs and says, "Farms," and points at Ra. Following him.
I look to Ra.
Well, I remember seeing one saw called Ammon's Farm on there, so we'll start there. It looks big.
Alrighty, well, if I get done in time, I'll let you all know. And make
Yeah.
my way down there.
I think the name of the district's the Undercliff.
Okay. I don't have anything else to say, so I will leave them to it. Go wander up the high road and try and find this carriage. Oh, I will bless Ra and Ogle. You know, I'll just give all of them Bardic Inspiration.
Wait. Hang on. I don't want to meta too much or meddle, but you got your information, Felix. Are you just gonna hang on to that?
Weren't they all in the cave with me?
I don't mean with your party.
Oh. Are we walking by the place where Vashra was?
She's at Blackstaff Tower, so scroll out if you need to. You guys are right here, right?
Mhm.
She's right here. And the cliffs, well, the Undercliff village is over here. And Ra would know that because he's got that amazing sense of direction.
Wander,
Yeah.
Whatever.
And so he would realize that it's a little bit out of the way to go back to the Blackstaff Tower, but it's kind of like it's in the city, so it's like drop that info off and then head out.
Okay. Right.
Hey, Felix, I think we're going to pass pretty close to that tower if you want to stop by and see what
Yeah, let's jump over there real quick and then we'll head over to the scarecrow. If you don't mind.
Are you guys sharing your plans with Holly or?
Yeah. So, Polly, our plan is to run by Blackstaff Tower, then head over to Undercliff to search the farms for the nasty scarecrow. And if you get done first, you can meet us over there. If not, we'll see you back at the homestead.
Okay. I imagine you guys will be done with your thing. So I'll just go to the farms right after I'm done with mine.
Cool.
See you later. And then
Where to
Holly
go?
walks up the high road.
We'll go talk to Vashra Saphir.
Vajra.
I'm giving all of them Bardic Inspiration before I leave. I give them a rousing speech about how their day will go great.
Okay. You guys have to remember that because I don't have your tokens up.
I mean, it's 10 minutes. I don't know if they can make it to the place.
Yeah, don't
But
waste
just
it.
in case.
We sprint to Blackstaff Tower.
Right.
The magical energy slowly fading.
All right, so Holly heads back to the Troll Skull Manor, Lift Spirits, and the rest of you get back to Blackstaff Tower, and you see the same guards at the door, and they're the same unfriendly faces, and you walk up, Felix, and what you doing?
Grumpy, grouchy, Vashra in.
One of them looks at you, does like a eye shift back and forth to the whole party, turns around, walks inside. A minute or two goes by. He opens the door all the way to let you guys come in, and inside, you guys will all walk inside, and then off to the side. There's another like medieval conference room. You walk in. Vajra's there.
Hey, Vajra. So we talked to Halam, and he said,
Something crazy about
Yeah.
winter and people evil twins.
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect it to change before winter's end.
And she looks at you, and then her face goes kind of blank, and then turns into a sort of like deep, not a despair, but very concerned look, and says, "Oh, that's... He must be talking about Manchun. All right.
What's a Manchun?
Well, Manchun is a force within the city. This is definitely important information. I much appreciate this. You gain 1 renown. If you want to open your character sheet and add a renown in your, like 1 point of renown in your gray hands. I don't know if you have a actual spot for that, but I'm going to look in your character sheet. Where it would be. Liam, do you know where renown points would go? Like, or faction points or anything like that? Maybe
What do you,
bio?
where?
Allies and organizations,
Yeah,
maybe?
probably
Yeah,
there.
go to your bio. In your character sheet, where it says bio, the tab. And then in allies and organizations, put gray hands. And put 1 renown. Or 1 point renown or something like that.
Can I get a spell check on Renown?
RENOWN.
There's a word you don't use often.
And then she hands you a box. It's like a small cardboard box. It's like a pastry box or a little tiny cake box. And then she says, "We have another mission for you. A young bronze dragon has taken up residence in Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but it hasn't hurt anyone. Confront the dragon and learn its intentions if you can." And she says, actually, Holly was there with you in the last... Actually, Holly and Mordekaiser were there with you before. I think everybody came with you before, didn't they?
I think so.
So she says, "You're missing some people from your party?"
They're just taking care of other things.
Okay. She gives you 5 potions of water breathing. I will link that. Hang on. Bah. Oh, man. No, I can't. All right. Well, you each get a potion of water breathing. I'll have to find the thing later.
So, what's the cryptic message from the monk about?
I have to take this to the nobles. Don't worry yourself too much about it. But find out what this dragon wants.
Okay. Got a bronze dragon, Deepwater Harbor. Find out its intentions.
Yes.
Okay, I'm tracking.
And then you get 5 potions of water breathing and you have a box.
I open the box.
Okay. Inside the box is a candle. It's called the Candle of the Deep. Yeah, I linked it.
This is cool. What's it do?
I linked it.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really in-game explain how I know what it does.
This candle cannot be extinguished when it is immersed in water.
Oh, so it's an underwater flashlight type thing.
Yeah, it's just a normal candle as far as heat and light, but it can't be extinguished by water. Also, here's 5 potions of water breathing.
Oh, awesome. I'm assuming this dragon's going to be underwater.
It's in the harbor. It startled
Gotcha.
some sailors, but it hasn't hurt anyone. So just try to find out its intentions.
All these diplomatic missions are a little different than what I was expecting. Alright, well, I'm sure we can take care of that. I've got a few things running around today. Is tomorrow appropriate? Or is are we in a big hurry here?
I mean, I'm not sure if this dragon really wants to hurt anyone or not, so try to get to it as soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah, I just have a prior obligation to help someone with a scarecrow on the outside of town, but that's on the other side of the world, so not the world, but the other side of town. We'll try and get back over there today. If not, I'll try and get to it in the morning, and I'll report back.
Very well.
All right.
And
Always a pleasure.
she leads you out of the tower and back to the steps to the street.
I can see why you don't have these two on your diplomatic missions.
And she just smiles and slowly closes the door.
Okay, off to the farms. Apparently, we got to go talk to a dragon.
And at this point, we're going to take a 15-minute break because I have to pee.
Okay.
It takes a minute.
Well, as soon as I get up, my dog's going to get up with me. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
And
He has a new
Holly's
baby.
still going to have to go pick up boys at 10:30ish. Or the boy.
Is it at 10:30? Okay.
No, it's 10 o'clock.
No, he picks him up at 10:30. All right.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Everybody be back in 15 minutes. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. We are resumed, and I'm going to go ahead and get back to the map. I kind of forgot where we were. You guys were headed over toward the Undercliff. So you guys have to actually travel north on the high road all the way out and then follow like the dirt road outside. I gotta scroll in. There's like a dirt road that kind of guides you called Undercliff Way. You guys see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Go north. Go north.
Would it be quicker if we went to the south through the trades ward? Either way.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
You guys kind of were like central.
Yeah, I was looking at it after I said that and realized pretty close to central.
Yeah, you're kind of in between. So I was just gonna say that you went north, only because Troll Skull Manor, that where you live, is on the way.
But we didn't go there. Holly did.
Right. But she was meeting up with you guys. All right, so you guys follow, or you go out the high road, you find Undercliff Way, and this is where all the farmlands are. So you're in the farmlands area. You're walking along Undercliff.
Yep, and we're just looking out for
Scarecrow.
suspicious.
Like, do we know what specific we're looking for in the way of scarecrows, or just scarecrows?
So I was just told that scarecrows were causing problems, so
Okay.
I'm assuming it'll pick a fight with us.
Is there anything out here besides farms?
No, just mostly farms. I mean, you see fields with scarecrows, but they're like actual scarecrows.
I mean, should we ask any of the locals if they've seen anything? Maybe they could point us in the right direction.
Can I do a nature or survival or nature check to check for like signs of slaughtered farm animals?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a nature check. I mean, you can't really tell that there's been any issues other than the normal farming procedures.
I guess I'm going to look for a local farmer and ask him if he knows anything.
Okay. So you guys walk up to a farm. It looks like your normal run-of-the-mill little homestead farm. It's got some fields, it's got a little barn, big chicken coop. And you walk up and you see a little female gnome out in the garden pulling weeds.
Also known as farming.
It's most of farming. So you walking up to the female gnome?
Yep. Hey, friend, I'm here looking for some scary scarecrows. Do you have any problems?
She stands up and wipes the soil off of her hands onto her apron. And she like looks up, like her chin is tilted all the way up because she's looking so high up at you. And she says, "Well, aren't you a big one?" Hi, friend. Yeah, there's been some pretty terrible scarecrows out here. Haven't seen one myself, but my neighbor Johnson over here, he had one attacking his livestock just last week, and he said it had a rotting pumpkin head. Isn't that strange? I don't know. And then down the road a bit, they've had some other sort of weird supernatural issues. There was another scarecrow, but he didn't have a rotten pumpkin head. He said that the one that attacked him looked like a scarecrow, but it had sackcloth on its hood. Or it was wearing a sackcloth hood, rather. And so I don't think there's just one. I think there's probably a whole army of them out here.
Several. And you said they're supernatural?
I mean, scarecrows don't just come alive on their own, you know.
Well, I mean, you never know. Do they happen to have bartending skills?
Couldn't tell you. No one's poured me a drink, so I don't think they do.
All right. Well, can you point us towards Johnson's farm?
Yeah, he's right down south of me.
All right. Well, we'll head off that direction.
All right.
So we're walking south.
Yeah. So you get to the next farm, and it's pretty similar to the first farm. It's got some fields. It's a little bit smaller. Has a decent-sized barn with some chickens running around. And another gnome, male this time, is out with like a sawhorse, and he's got some wood laid out on the sawhorse, and he's sawing away. It's like a really miniature sawhorse, though, because he's a gnome.
Hi, friend. We're out here looking for some scary scarecrows, possibly some with some bartending experience.
Great Scott. What do you want with the scarecrows? They're terrible.
Well, we'd like to either kill them or hire them, but either way, take them out of your hands.
Yeah, you can have them. They've been killing my pigs.
Where'd you last see him? How do we find him?
Well, I was in my bed sleeping. It was the middle of the night. And I hear the cock crowing. Crazy! Nothing like I've ever heard before. It was crazy. It wasn't the normal wake up, coo coo coo. It was a freaked out rooster. And I get up and I run outside and my dog's barking. And I see this pumpkin-headed scarecrow with blood everywhere, and then he vanishes, and I find my pigs all over in pieces. What kind of nonsense monster is that?
Well, a hungry one, apparently. So do you want us to just camp out here and wait until we hear one? Do you think it'll come back?
I mean, there's been lots of them around here. I know old McGee's farm back kind of northeast of here, he's been losing his horses. Like, what eats horses? But yeah, you're welcome.
Do they show up during the day or only at night?
I've only had to encounter them at night.
And just what time is it right now? Like for my knowledge.
It's probably about noon because you guys finished. Like you turned in your quest to the Blackstaff at like 10. So by the time you got out here, it was probably 2 hours. So it's like noon.
Well, I'm to the rest of the group. I'll just say, well, we could head out and see if we can find that dragon, and then plan on coming back here after dark. Because I don't know if we're gonna. I don't want to waste a whole day looking for something that's not going to show up.
We might be able to go to all the like crime scenes and then sort of triangulate from that, maybe where they're most likely to show up before we leave.
Well, that definitely works for me. So I guess we'll ask Johnson. Johnson, are you cool with us looking around your farm and seeing if we find anything?
Absolutely, friends.
That's my investigation, which is a natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, you guys are... So, your first stop on your fancy farm trek was right here. This was the female gnome. And she sent you down to Johnson, which is right here if you want to put in Johnson's name. This is the Johnson farm. And then...
Ping the Johnson farm again?
Oh, whoops, sorry. Right here, these two little buildings right here.
Okay. Go on.
And he said that his other farming friend, I forgot, McGee, up here, this is McGee's, and McGee is losing horses.
Do you know if anyone else has lost any horses or pigs or had any attacks?
I think Verna down south has been losing some chickens. This is Verna.
Got him.
All right, that was all information you sort of gave us just for being here. Does this investigation check shed light on anything?
Well, he sees that there's like little pig bones, pig pieces that Farmer Johnson didn't quite get to picking up because it was a kind of a fresh attack, and because he got a natural 20, I will say that he noticed. So this is Johnson's farm this is Johnson's farm right here. He noticed tracks because he could sort of sniff the blood trail that goes in a southeastern direction from the Johnson farm.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to follow that trail and tell everybody we should head southeast and just see what we find.
Blood. It's very southeastern.
That's the best I can do.
Right.
Well, sure. As far as you know, that's the only 3 farms that have had any problems?
As far as I know.
Do you want to go check with the... I can't. The letters are too small.
McGee or Verna?
Verna.
South.
South. Since we have to go southwest east anyway,
Mm-hmm.
should we stop by Verna and see if she's heard of anyone else being attacked? Raw.
Oh, I say let's follow the blood, because if we find the culprit, we don't really need to find the victims.
Okay. You're spearheading this gig.
Alright,
Let's do it.
So we're just heading southeast, following the trail, and keeping an eye open for anything that looks weird.
Did Liam leave yet?
No.
Okay. You haven't left to go pick them up?
No. It's just Zach, and no, I haven't left. He hasn't texted me.
Oh, has Holly joined up with us yet?
No. I'm
No?
still doing my thing.
Okay. You just pipe right in as soon as you feel like you want to show up.
Well, don't I have to find my carriage?
You don't. Well,
I mean, I'm looking for it.
okay. But that's not going to stop you from. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pause their storyline because your storyline.
What happened at
Yes.
the same time?
Kind of. They met you down here, went and talked to somebody, and then got all the way out to the undercliff and already talked to somebody. So you,
Wouldn't I have been looking for it while they're doing that?
yeah. So in the that would still give you a lot of time to do what you were doing and meet them.
Yeah.
Okay. So pausing their storyline, you're at the high road. When they left to go back up to the Blackstaff Tower. And you're looking for the civil carriage.
Yep. One with the red spokes.
Make an investigation check. Because you're actively looking. Alright, well, you make your way all the way up the high road to where you would normally turn to, which is Delzorin Street, which would take you to Troll Skull Alley, which is pretty high, pretty north in the northern ward. And you decide to backtrack. And you go back down, and it's taking you a while to make your way down the high road.
Can I ask anybody along the road if they've seen a cart with red spokes?
Yeah. You see another dray parked in front of like a tavern. It's got a really nice white horse and a nice young fellow. He looks like a brand new groom, like a young kid, not a kid, but maybe like 16.
Is that the white spoked one? Or the red spoked one?
It's a white horsed one. It does not have red spokes. It's just another dray.
Okay. I'll walk up to the kid as Holly and I'll say, Hey there, young man. I have a question for you. Do you know of any carriage that has red spokes around here?
And he looks up and he says, "Afternoon, ma'am. Yeah, that would be Mr. Sybil, and he's he's probably down in the southern ward right now."
Alrighty. Will he be coming back up the high road?
"I believe that's his route, sir."
Alrighty. Thank you. And I give him like 2 copper.
Ah, pleasant day to you, sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
I'm Ollie right
Ma'am.
now.
Pleasant day to you, ma'am.
I walk off and head towards the southern ward.
Okay, that's south. All right, you make your way down south, and make a perception check. Okay, you have pretty good perception. All right, as you're passing, kind of like retracing your steps, you get like halfway down through the trade wards, almost into where it crosses over into the southern wards, and you notice, because they're red, and red is a pretty vibrant color around here, you notice the red spokes.
Great. I run up to the cart. And to the person driving it.
Okay.
And I say...
it's just a middle-aged, like 45 to 55-year-old man. And he's wearing like a nice sort of petticoat and a hat with a... It's not a top hat. It's like a short top hat with a very little feather in it.
Okay. I duck into an alleyway. And I transform into a little street urchin. Probably like 14 years old, little boy. And then I duck back out and I run up to him. And I say, "Are you Mr. Sybil?"
And he looks down and he says, "What can I do for you?"
I pull out the pins and say, "Hi, I'm looking for Maxine."
Pull out what pins?
The pin, with the harp on it.
And he looks at you kind of like awkwardly, like, "Where'd you steal that from, kid?"
I didn't steal it from nobody. It's mine.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Listen, buddy. And I slightly shift my features to become a little taller and a little more hardened. I say, "This pin is mine. I earned it
And
mine."
you hear, "Psst, psst. Hey, kid, knock
I
it
look
off."
over.
And it's the horse. And it's
It's the horse.
and she goes, "Kid, knock it off. He doesn't know nothing."
I don't look at her. I just say, "Whatever." Then I run off, and I transform back into Holly. And then I tail it. I'm going to tail the cart until it stops somewhere.
Okay.
Because it's carriage, I assume it's going to pick
Yeah.
people up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So
Wait, I can turn invisible. I'm just going to turn invisible and walk up to the horse and
all
say,
right.
"Hey, I'm invisible. Don't worry. But I'm who you need to see." I just speak in my normal voice.
And I guess I
pull out the pin
Are we just gonna
with the harp on.
the fact that you're invisible and you said I'm the person you need to see?
I'm the person you need to hear. I pull out the pin, and I throw it in the air so that it shows itself, because any object I hold or whatnot turns invisible, but I toss it in the air for the horse to see. And I guess you see it quickly. Then I catch it again, and I say, "So, I believe you're Maxine?"
So she's trotting along.
Yeah, and I'm walking beside
Right.
invisible. It's
And
a handy
because you
ability.
got a really, really good persuasion check, she pretends like she's just keeps going and trotting along, but she's talking like to the air, basically, but very quietly. And
Yeah.
she's like,
Pretending like she's chewing.
"Hey kid, what do you want to know? All right, I saw you there. I know who you are. I know what you're about. What do you need?"
Well,
Trot,
I'm-
trot, trot.
I believe I'm walking with her. I believe I'm looking for The identity of some Zent operatives you may know about. And if you can spare them, the details of where they might be.
Well, about 2 days ago, I do recall giving a ride to a sun elf and his half-orc bodyguard. I picked him up at an intersection, but I don't remember which one. And I dropped him off at the Yawning Portal Inn.
There's a sun elf and who else?
It was a sun elf and his half-orc bodyguard. She was a big one.
And you're sure these were Zent
looking.
operatives?
I'm pretty sure they were, yeah. Yeah, they were talking about some sense stuff. They actually talked about hiring spies to root out the Xanathar Guild hideouts inside the city.
Alrighty.
That's what I heard.
Alright. Well, I appreciate it. I don't know if you accept payment in coin or anything like that, but I don't know. What do you like?
Bring me some carrots.
I suppose I can arrange that. And then I run off.
There's street vendors all over the place. Some of them have like potatoes and tomatoes. Some of them have like turnips and carrots and.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up to one that's selling carrots. I'm not gonna stop being invisible, but I will take a couple of carrots and poke the guy in the head, and then drop some coins on the thing.
Oh, he bends over to pick up the coins and doesn't even see the carrots go away.
Okay, well, I paid for them in a way, and then I run back to Maxine and I feed her carrots, and then I say, "Well, I appreciate your help. I might need you again, maybe, but."
What's your name?
My name is Vanum. I am one of the newest members, apparently, of what was the organization called?
Harpers.
The Harpers, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Nice to meet you, Venom. Thanks for the carrots.
No problem. And then I head to the others in the farm place. What was it? Whatever Ra told me the name of the place, the specific farm he was going to.
It was just an undercliff.
Oh. Well, I'll go there.
Okay.
I'm still invisible for like 10 minutes, maybe an hour. So I show up invisibly.
All right, so you are now with your party, or you're approaching the party, I guess, would be... I gotta find the party, hang on. You guys... Oh, there you are. Yeah. All right, so... Or were you coming from the... Oh, shoot. Were you gonna come from the river gate? Or were you going to come from the north gate?
I don't think it matters. I am invisible.
Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of the same time period. You're going to be a few minutes behind
That's fine.
them. Does she have to go out? I don't think so. Sorry, dog stuff. Okay, so you guys were... Sorry, pausing the game for dog things. She good? Okay. Well, there's a bully stick right there. I'm gonna have to push her out of the way. Alright, back to Felix's story.
No,
Ra's story. Sorry. Ra's story. So you guys decided to camp out, or were you going to visit more farms?
We were following the blood.
Following the blood.
Okay, you're following the blood. So you guys come to, you kind of move along that red trail that was drawn. And you get to like towards there's like these fields and clearings and stuff, and then there's like these little tree lines sort of thing right about here. And that's when you guys that's where you guys decide this is probably a good spot. It's centrally located to where you like I forgot who was picking up the trail. Oh, Ra had the investigation check where that's kind of where the blood scent gets the weakest. Is right about there. Like kind of where you come up to the tree lines. So is that what you'd like to camp?
I guess we should wait here. I'll just ask everybody if that's good with them, because we still got daylight. Or do we want to like remember this spot and come back at night? What do y'all think? Should we wait here and see if we see them passing, or should we come back?
What time of day is it?
Like noon.
I mean, we can try and run across town, check out this dragon, and come back. Just pop a chem light and hang it in the tree. Find our way back at dark. Right?
What part of where did they say the dragon was?
Harbor.
In the harbor. All the way back across town.
In Bahab.
How long would it take us to get there and back, do you think?
It's just the Great Harbor, the Naval Harbor.
Bahab.
Deepwater Harbor. The Great Harbor.
Deepwater Harbor.
The Great Harbor is going to be Deepwater Harbor.
Got it. I see Deepwater Isle. That's a hike. Does it take like an hour to get down there?
Yeah, about an hour. Are you going through the city? Or are you going through the dirt roads?
Maybe we could just take the damn road out here. No traffic. Under Hill Way.
Yeah. Kind of windy. You can either choose to go back into the city through the river gate and then go south, or you can go all the way down into South Cliff Way and then take the high road back up the south gate.
Yeah, let's do that.
So when do I meet up with them?
Oh, they left you.
What?
They left you. They didn't.
Oh, I assumed I was behind, so while they were doing that, I was making my way to them.
Right. You were coming from the north, and they moved south.
Okay.
So you have no idea what you're doing or where you're going.
Well,
There's a light hanging in some trees.
can I track them? I mean, they probably are moving as a group, so their footprints might be visible.
I mean, they didn't leave you any note. They didn't leave you anything. So you're just.
Did
kinda
they leave me
wandering
footprints?
around.
I get out my spyglass, or whatever the hell it's called. So how can I track them? Do I need to roll for it?
You guys didn't give her any information. You just took off. You can try to track them. Yeah.
Cool. What do I roll?
Investigation.
I cast guidance on him.
You can't. He's not with you. You have no idea where they went.
Well, that sucks.
You look around for a couple of hours and you decide to go back to the tavern.
Okay.
Welcome to the opera.
I'm not actually going to go to the tavern. I'm going to go to the yawning portal.
Okay. So you make your way back to the yawning portal.
Yep.
Which is... You can actually take the river gate, because by the time you just, like, aimlessly walked around, you take the river gate and to the trade boards, and the yawning portal is just sort of, like, just west of where the river gate is.
Cool.
So you walk into the yawning portal.
Yep. And I'm gonna go in as Jericho.
Okay.
When I walk around, look for the bartender.
Okay, you see Durnham.
Cool. I walk up to him and say, "Hey, friend. I'm looking for a bit of information." Actually, before I do that, I look around. Do I see a sun elf and or half-orc woman?
What would be a memory check?
Intelligence?
Okay, make an intelligence check.
10.
You remember that when you first got to this city, you guys first came to the Yawning Portal, there was a fight that broke out with a half-orc woman.
Wasn't
But-
that Ra's friend?
But you vaguely remember there was a half-elf woman. And that's the only half-orc woman that you remember seeing in the whole city.
Do I remember that? Because I, as a player, remember that. I think I remember that the half-orc was like a contact of Ra's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you remember that. You remember, like,
I guess
that
I'll ask
Rod
him.
knew her. You can't
Okay,
ask him,
well.
you're not with him.
Once I fucking am with him later. But I'll ask the Durnham, "Hey, so there were these two... there's these two folks I'm looking for. They stopped by here a little while ago. Some half-orc woman and a sun elf. Would you know anything about those two?"
Make a persuasion check.
23.
Damn. He says, yeah. Yagra Stonefist. She's in here all the time.
Yagra? Is she around here?
I expect her tonight.
Very well. And then I will thank him and leave.
Okay.
And then I'll go back to our home, lift spirits.
Okay. So you go home, and the rest of you are down at the south gate. Are you going back in the city, or you just kind of have to get into the harbor?
Yeah, we'll go through the city.
Okay, so you make your way the high road into the south gate, and you follow, we'll say, Spices Street over to some docks.
Oh, look for the harbor master.
The harbor pasture.
Harbor master. The guy that's in charge of where the ships park.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna have to walk through Dock Street, and
Yeah, I'll just ask for directions. Say, excuse me, can you tell me where the harbor master is?
yeah, and they tell you He's at the end of Fish Street in the big dock, the big T dock. So you walk like northwest, and the harbor master is right here in like a building right here.
Gotcha. So, knock on the door, I guess?
Come in.
Hi. I was sent down to investigate some reportings of a brass, copper, bronze dragon. Do you know anything about that, or where I could start looking?
Yeah, I heard some sailors talking about it. Somewhere in the bottom of the harbor. I hope you can swim well.
Well, we have ways of being able to handle that obstacle. The bottom of the harbor is kind of a vague set of directions. Do you think you could narrow that down for us at all? Like, was it in the bottom on the north end or the south end?
Man, I don't know. There's just some sailors talking about a dragon in the harbor. Why don't you paddle out there and figure it out, kitty cat?
Charming. Okay, well, thanks for your help. Where could I acquire the services of someone to paddle me out there? Like a boat rental shop or something?
You trying to commission somebody to take you out there?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see what I can do. And he gets up and he walks around the side and he opens this like window in the building into like another room. He like slides this sort of wooden window frame open and he says, "Hey, we need somebody to bring us and he looks back at you and he says, "Are you looking for like a ship, a boat, like a fishing boat, or like a canoe? Like, what are you looking for?"
Just enough to get 3 of us out there. It doesn't really matter. As long as it floats and gets us to the middle, we can take it from there.
How much you got?
I mean, what are our options? It's my cousin Benny, the harbor master.
We'll take the breakfast.
Right? What the fuck is a crit?
We can get you a rowboat for 50 gold. That's the cheapest we got.
Do I get to keep the rowboat? You're selling it to me?
No. Yeah. Yeah. We'll give you a rowboat for 50 bucks. 50 gold.
I'd say, because commissioning someone to row us out to the middle of the thing for 50 gold seems pretty outrageous. Sure. Sounds good. And I give him 50.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong page for like commissioning someone to do it for you. Ah. And the dog was. Is she scratching on the door? Okay. To buy a rowboat is 50 gold. To buy a keel boat is 3,000 gold. but I don't have the commission on how much it would cost to. Let's say you commission it for an hour, it's going to be 5 gold. Or you're renting it for an hour, 5 gold. But you got to give him something to like hold as collateral in case you destroy the boat.
Okay. I'll give him the 50 gold. He can just refund me the 45.
All right. So you have your rowboat.
And our potions of water breathing. And our candle that lights up underwater.
Okay.
And I guess we'll just row out to the middle of the harbor
Right.
and look around for anything that looks bronzish under the water.
Okay. Make an investigation check, all 3 of you.
I cast guidance on myself.
Are you using the potions of water breathing? Like to go underwater?
If we're still on the boat, I was looking from the boat to see anything.
Oh, from the boat.
I roll a 19.
Alright, so you get like kind of out in the middle of the harbor. So you're in the deepest part, which would be right about here. And you do see something that catches your eye for sure. But from your vantage point, which is sitting inside the boat above the water, it's really hard to make anything out. But you see something that seems kind of shiny and seems kind of not part of natural water.
Seems like a good place to start. So I guess
Does it
we'll...
look like a cave?
Can't tell.
Okay. Must be very deep. But I bet it's a lot cleaner than the nonsense water that we have around here.
And Ra, you don't have the night vision, right?
I
I think he's a human.
I didn't
Okay.
hear him. He
So
turned
we'll
into
give
a
everybody the water breathing potions. We'll give Ra the candle that stays lit underwater.
You have
So he can
5
see.
water breathing potions and only 3 of you are there.
Okay, so we shouldn't run out.
And they're good for 1 hour apiece.
Okay. I fucking hate water. Okay, off we go. Does this rowboat have an anchor?
That would be impressive. Also, shooting a bow underwater is going to be really hard. So you might want to leave that up there.
It just misses after 30 feet. Or something like that. The range is cut in half, and it's, instead of having disadvantage, it just misses.
Yeah.
Just weird rolls, I don't know.
You have disadvantage, yeah.
I'm supposed to go talk to the damn dragon, not shoot it. Not that this ever stopped me, but... Okay. 1, 2, 3, go!
In we go. I just sink right to the bottom. Thank you to my
Right.
heavy armor.
Same.
Okay. So you guys start swimming to the bottom. Ogle starts plummeting to the bottom.
Pretty much.
and you see like bubbles and do you have like a rope or anything? Is that what you said?
I asked if there was an anchor on the boat.
No, there's no anchor on your rowboat. But you can try to fasten something. There might be pad eyes inside of the boat that you can tie a rope to.
Okay, we'll tie the rope to it so we don't lose the boat.
Do any of you have rope?
I think
Yes.
I do.
Okay. How much rope do you have?
It's 50 feet.
Yeah, it comes with a bag they gave us at the beginning of the damn explorer's pack or adventurer's pack.
It says hempen rope. It's 10 pounds, so I think it's like 50 feet.
Okay, so each of you have that, or just one of you has that?
I know I have it.
We all got it when we rolled the characters.
Not everybody gets everything.
Well, it depends on what you pick for your
Right,
starter pack.
Wizards tend to not carry around rope.
right.
Yeah.
So who has rope?
Me.
I have rope.
Raw what?
All three of us have ropes.
Okay,
That's what we just said.
so you have 150 feet of rope. Nobody made that clear? Alright, so you... Ogle, are you hanging onto the rope as you go down?
Sure, I'll be the anchor.
Okay. And Ogle, like, sinks down into the bottom, and he is slowly, because it's kind of like feather fall in the water. Even if you're really heavy from all of your armor, you're still kind of slow when you're descending. And you finally plop onto the bottom of the floor of the harbor. Yeah. And all of this, like, algae, silt sort of stuff kind of, like, puffs up around you, and it makes it a little hard as far as, like, visibility goes. But you definitely get a sort of shimmer gleaming from the north of where you guys are at. You can see there's something very glitzy, glittery
Glamour.
near you, for about, we'll say, like 70 feet away from you.
Hey guys, we found the glam.
And the rest of you, like, are hanging onto the rope, and you're kind of like pulling yourselves down because you're a little bit buoyant, but not terribly. And Felix absolutely hates this feeling. He doesn't like being wet.
Okay, water.
Definitely doesn't like being submerged in water.
Okay, so we'll start heading north.
Okay. And he you start heading north, like you're in the front?
Well, we'll stay together, but yeah.
Okay. So you guys...
We gotta help him drag the boat.
You're dragging the boat?
He's got a rope tied to the boat.
I'm like an anchor, so it doesn't go away.
Got it. So as you guys walk closer and closer to this sort of shimmering, shiny, gleamy thing, and it gets bigger and bigger as you get closer to it, and it gets clearer and clearer as you are trying to be careful not to, every time you take a step, you're trying to be a little soft in, like, your steps, so as not to blow the silt and algae up around you. So you are not necessarily being stealthy, but you're just being a little more
Trying not to muck up the water.
yeah, situationally aware. You get a little closer and closer to this dragon that you now can see is an actual dragon. And this dragon is young. It's not fully grown. You can see that it doesn't have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Its scales aren't fully developed, but it is bronze, and it's not the biggest dragon that you could imagine, but it's a decent size, and it's swimming around this barnacle covered shipwreck that's here on the bottom of this harbor.
We lost.
He's restarting his router.
Gotcha.
Who? Oh.
Barber.
Can I make like a nature check or something? Do I know anything about bronze dragons?
Make a nature check.
Nice.
Okay, you know that bronze dragons can breathe air and water. You know that they are very strong. You know that they can be kind of stealthy when they want to be. They have really good dark vision. And that they do speak common.
I'm at alignment.
They're lawful good.
Oh,
Yeah.
dragon!
Hello, dragon. Right.
You hail the dragon. Let's wait for Ra to get here.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are.
Yes. Welcome back.
All right, I uploaded the picture into Discord of what the dragon would look like to you guys, but you'd be underwater.
Does it hear us? See us?
Did you just walk up to it and say "Hail, dragon"? Because Ra wasn't here for that.
Yes. That was essentially what happened.
All right, he did a nature check and he realized that a young bronze dragon is lawful good, very, very strong, and can breathe air, water, and also has really good dark vision.
And it speaks common.
And speaks common. Yeah, those are the things I gave you. And you said "Hail, dragon," and it says "Hail, human."
My
What
name's
are you doing in these depths?
This is a shipwreck, of course. What kind of treasures can you find in a shipwreck?
Gold.
Exactly. And how much gold do you have on you, my friends?
Not enough.
Getting robbed.
So, we're sort of representatives from the city that owns the harbor that you're in. We're just kind of trying to figure out what your intentions are. So, am I to understand that you're just after the treasure in the sunken ship?
I'm always looking for treasure. Do you have any gold you could give me?
Not really, but we might be able to help see if there's any in the ship that you could have. Would that help sort of clear up this whole you being sort of in the ship highway here?
I can get my own gold out of the ship. Do you have any gold you want to give me?
No.
Would we get anything for giving you any gold?
Everybody make a charisma saving throw. You all made it. Okay. Damn, the dragon rolled really, really low. So, you all denied that you had any gold?
We kind of just avoided the question.
Yeah, I asked him if we would get anything for our gold.
No, I'm just looking for his gold.
Okay, we're just trying to flesh out your intentions here. I want to make sure there's no danger to the ships coming in and out of the harbor or to the city or anything like that. Like, you're not actively being hostile, just messing with this shipwreck down here looking for treasure.
I'm just looking for gold. If you have any gold, I would enjoy the gold. Make an insight check.
Okay. I got it. Guidance on myself.
Nice.
That's my second.
Yeah, you guys all, like, because you've all kind of talked to him, he poses absolutely no danger to Waterdeep.
Okay.
And he's just in search of treasure in the harbor, but he's a lawful good dragon who's... 'cause all dragons want treasure, and he's not going to hurt anybody. He might startle people because of the fact that he's a dragon, but other than that, like, he's just a dragon looking for treasure because that's what dragons do, and he's just out here doing his thing.
Okay.
I think we have our answer.
Yeah, that tracks. Well met, dragon, and good luck in your quest for gold.
Who wants to go searching through this ship?
Yeah, would it help you at all if we, like, rummage through this ship for you? Save you from having to tear it apart.
I don't think that the patrons on the ship will mind if I go through it myself.
Okay, well, best of luck to you. Thanks so much.
Hail and well met.
Well met. Okay. Follow the rope back to the boat.
Literally just climb the rope.
Yep.
All right, so you guys climb back into your boat. And you row your way back to the T-dock. Are you turning the boat back in?
Yes.
All
My
right.
45 gold back.
You get your 45 gold back. Take 5 out of your full gold for the cost
I did.
of renting.
What time is it now?
That whole situation probably took you like an hour to get down there. And that whole situation was probably about 3 hours. Took you some time to row out. It took you some time to talk to the dock ward, get out there, swim down, talk to the dragon, swim back up, row back, turn the boat in. So we'll say about 3 hours. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. So,
I guess we should try to stop by the bar and see if Holly's waiting for us, because we kind of left her.
yeah. Let's hit Basra and then the bar and then back out to the scarecrows. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Okay. Back to Vashra Saphir.
Okay. So you guys head back up north to the Blackstaff Tower, which is right there in the city. Takes you about a half an hour to walk up there. And you get back to the Blackstaff Tower. You go up. The same guards are there. You greet the guards. They recognize you by now. One of them walks in, gets Vajra, and you give her the information that the dragon is not a threat. He is just digging around at all of the shipwreck sites for treasure, but he poses no threat, no danger.
Okay, poses no threat. It's probably good to keep off, other hostile evil creatures and shit out of the harbor. So if you wanted to maybe spread the word to the sailors, periodically throw some coins overboard, I bet you'd stick around and maybe act as a security system.
And she says, "Good to know. Thank you so much. Felix, you are a great addition to our group. You gain 1 renown, so now you're at 2 renown for Grey Hands. And then she gives you another package in the same sort of paper wrapped with twine. So it's almost like back in the 80s and 90s when we used to have to cover our own textbooks in school, like that sort of like paper bag kind of thing, except it's wrapped in twine. And it's a little vial. It's like a rounded at the bottom and then skinny at the top vial. And inside of this, she gives you as a reward Dust of Dryness. Which I linked. So you can check that out. You now have that in your inventory, Felix. And she says, okay, well, I really deeply appreciate... What are you doing?
It's 1d6 plus 4 pinches of dust.
Oh, okay. So you have 3 pinches of dust.
I have 7 pinches of dust.
Plus 4. Got it. She says, I really appreciate all of the work that you've done. I do have another task for you. A member of Force Grey has been acting strange of late. His name is War Dragon. Maloon War Dragon. And his happy-go-lucky demeanor has soured. He's been hanging around the yawning portal more than usual. Observe him for a 10-day and then report back to me. I'll link it.
And his name's Maloon War Dragon. I didn't. Who is he?
He's a member of Force Grey. It's in the chat. So that you can copy and paste.
Okay. Well, I'll take care of it. Well, we're gonna head over and take care of something for my friend here out in the farmlands. So I'll meet back up with you soon.
Okay, much appreciated, Felix. Thank you.
So back to the Lift Spirit Inn
So you guys are going back to your house.
to find Holly.
I believe Holly just got home.
No, that was not me. I
What?
think he may have gotten a ride home.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you guys are back at the Lift Spirit. I don't remember how many days it's been.
Since what?
Well, you did the Mount. You did Mount Waterdeep. And then you did.
This is all the same day. The construction workers showed up today.
Okay.
We have yet to go to sleep.
Yeah, he's home.
Okay, cool. So you did Mount Waterdeep. And then you did the Dragon. Bronze Dragon.
Right. And then we found the blood trail, and Holly found the talking horse.
Yeah. Are you guys at the Lift Spirits now?
Correct.
What was the half-orc's name? Something Stonefist?
Yagra.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull, well, once you guys arrive, I greet you all, and once we're back on the road, I'm gonna ask Ra about Yagra. Hey, Ra, that half-orc you know, Yagra Stonefist? Who is she?
I guess my question is, would I know the answer to that?
Ooh, you had written it down because she was your friendly face and you would like beat her in an arm wrestling match, I believe, at one point when you visited the Waterdeep area. And so you kind of knew her from that. I'm totally trying to recall this from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I just don't know like what I would be able to tell him other than I beat her in arm wrestling. Like, would I be able to? I don't out of character know anything about her, so I can't just, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you can't vouch for her because all you know is that you wanted to help her before because she lost to you and was a good sport about it. So as far as like a character judgment that you would have made on her back in the day when you arm wrestled her and won, she was a good sport and like bought you ale for the rest of the night. So it wasn't like she wasn't like a piece of shit.
yeah. So, but I don't want to like make up character traits about a
Right.
character.
Yeah.
So my knowledge of her is that she's an honorable fighter, but I don't know much more about her.
Exactly.
Ogle did a quest with her.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, did you not read my backstory?
That's right.
No, she doesn't read backstories.
I did too.
Apparently.
Now I have to go find it again. Oh, you sent that to me. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not in your.
Ogle and his brother were out on a quest, ran into Yagra. They had an arm wrestling thing because they were both going to do the same thing. They ended up like working together to finish this quest, and then they went on the way. And Ogle has lots of respect for her
Right.
because she's
So-
a good fighter.
So you can tell that to
I do. I told him
Holly.
that.
Okay.
Very
So
well.
you have 2 character references for Yagra.
2 vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I think. And we keep going on our way.
But that wasn't actually part of your quest, Holly.
What do you mean? Oh, I just wanted to know about the half-orc.
You just are supposed to get the information and learn the identities of Zen operatives.
Right.
And you
And
can
those 2
determine
are
their
the-
whereabouts, which are basically they show up at the yawning portal. So you can give that information
Yeah.
back to the Harpers.
I gotta go to Mert. Is he always at the opera place?
Now, he had told you where he lived.
Oh yeah,
He has a manor in the Sea Ward,
right.
and you're always welcome to go there.
We'll go there after we're done with Ross thing.
Okay. All right. So you guys go back, talk to Holly, and then share your information. And you're here right now, and you're gonna go out the north gate again and go back through the Undercliff Way and retrace your steps to where the bloody trail was. So you guys get back down to the Undercliff Way and back down to the farms, the Johnson farm specifically, and go to that tree line area. And this is where you want to camp. So by the time you get there, it's probably like 5 p.m. at night, maybe like 5:36 p.m. at night.
So, assuming it's not August, should it be getting dark soon?
It's like June.
It is summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of summer.
All right, so we'll roast some marshmallows and drink some beers and wait for the sun to go down.
Okay. So you guys decide to make your camp, and it's all 4 of you. And you just sort of hang out. Are you trying to like cover yourselves or be stealthy or anything like that?
Yeah, we're gonna go full fucking ghillie suits.
Okay. Full ghillie suits.
Probably don't need to start a fire for trying to be stealthy then.
It's a really small fire.
Okay. Well, small fire.
You can't camp and not have s'mores.
smokes. Okay. So you make your s'mores and then you put your fire out.
Here you go.
You dig some holes, or you hide in trees. What do you?
I'll hide in a tree.
Okay. All right. So, part of the day, you guys are hanging out, trying to be quiet, trying to be stealthy. Everybody roll a stealth check. We'll do a group stealth check.
Guidance on myself. Lord knows I need it. Guidance won't even help. Yep.
Okay.
Ogle tries to be quiet. And he's just more loud than he is quiet.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. Um. Okay. Felix and Holly roll a 1d100, and if either of you get in the 90 percentile, then we might have a thing. Holly?
I did. I rolled.
Oh, and Felix. 16, 65. Okay. So nothing happens. You guys wake up in the morning and nothing happened overnight.
I guess we'll head back towards the farms and look for any more trails or signs.
Okay, which farm
We
do you
should
go
talk
to?
to some crows.
What are you doing?
Let's go to the one farm we haven't been to yet.
The horse farm, I guess? Up north? McGee's?
McGee's?
Okay, so you guys go up to McGee's farm. And it's a little old man, human man. And he's outside cleaning up bloody horse bits. And you walk up and he says, Oh, they got another one of my horses. Oh dear. Oh. And he's cleaning it up and he's like, What are you folks doing down here?
We're actually trying to handle this scarecrow problem everyone seems to be having.
You know, maybe we could stake out in the horse stable. This thing seems so determined to kill horses.
Well, last night it was the pigs at the other farm,
Well, maybe we,
and chickens at the other farm before that.
there seems to be a pattern.
We'll do chickens next, since that's what seems to be next.
Well, why don't we see where the blood trail of the horses goes? Let's see if we can triangulate a fucking pattern.
So the blood trail goes like, let me get the thing. Where's my select mode? Oh, I can't. Snap to no snapping?
CSI Waterdeep.
Wait, how do you get the line?
Paintbrush.
What? Right here?
Hit paintbrush.
No, I just wanted to do like a straight line. But, okay, I'll do the paintbrush. So there. You see it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, it goes back to our camp?
the tree line.
That's
Is
where
it,
we
is,
camped.
isn't that where we camped?
Let me move that. I cannot move things, apparently. Damn it. I can't, like, select
Yeah.
it.
You have to select it, delete it, and do it again.
Ah,
It's
I
stupid.
can't. Okay, that is stupid. Can I just draw a line somewhere? Like, no snapping?
There's
There we
in
go.
the polygon
Like this
line.
way.
yeah.
Do you see that?
To the O.
Sure. It's going that way. And you guys were like camping right here.
West of the B, right?
Yeah. So you didn't encounter it. But you guys were over here, and it kind of went over here.
Hmm. So maybe search the area in between our 2 points of resolution.
Sounds like a plan.
Where would a scarecrow hide?
In a
Cornfield.
I mean, these are like really big fields. And because these are buildings right here. That's like an entire house, an entire barn. So these are big clusters of trees.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to kind of search from like west of the B to east of the O. Our camp to where the other bud trail ends.
Got it. So you guys are just gonna walk around this area.
We're going to be 4 wide, 10 feet apart.
Your FOD walk down.
Walking.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So the whole day you're doing a FOD walk down in this area from here to here to here to here.
Well, I mean, we're talking about it takes us an hour to walk all the way across the city. I don't. Why is it going to take an entire day to walk back and forth 4 times?
Because you're doing a FOD walk down in a huge area.
I'm not looking for a nickel. I'm looking for a scarecrow.
Everybody make an investigation check.
Guidance on myself. I'm not even gonna bother. That'll give me at most a 5, and
I fucking rolled a medicine check on accident.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're walking along. Holly, roll a 1d100. Hmm.
90.
And Holly finds these prints in the ground that don't look like anything human, anything animal. And Holly, you find these prints, do you just follow them, or are you gonna alert the rest of the people?
I'll grab Rob by the arm and point to it. And I crouch low and start moving towards where it leads.
I gotta put you guys on this map. Oh, I feel like you were on this map. So, freehand. You and Raw, you said?
Well, I mean, I assume everyone will start following.
Yeah, because if we're doing a FOD walk down, we have line of sight of each other.
That's true.
Oh, right. Yeah, you guys are far away. I'll gesture to everyone to follow me.
Okay, so Holly grabs Raw. Can you guys see each other at the bottom of this map?
Yep.
yes.
Gosh darn it. How come you're not supposed to be able to see the shit on the map? Mother. That's lame. Okay, well, damn. Gotta move everything now. Okay. Okay, so you guys are walking through this field and you see some trees ahead of you, but you see these tracks. And I don't know if you can see this. That is not a very good track. Those are your tracks. I know they're lame, but whatever. Those are your tracks. What are you doing?
Following them, I suppose.
I'm gonna take the lead just in case something jumps out. I don't want to grab into my holly.
Readying my bow.
I'll give Ra inspiration.
I'm just meandering.
I'm playing oboe music in the background.
Okay. Holly has inspiration. Wait, no.
Casting
Holly-
inspiration on Ra.
He gets the pink inspiration. And what did you say you were doing, Ogle?
Just following Roll.
Okay. So, Ra, are you moving up, like, north a few feet?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Usually we get yelled at for moving before we're told to.
Yes. So, tell me how many feet you want to move.
So I'm just going to move up about 10 feet at a time and we're just going to very carefully move our way forward. And I'm going to attempt to be stealthy. So let me roll stealth.
Okay. Okay.
Since I'm moving a little quietly, I'm going to make a hand gesture at Opal to just wait.
All right, so you actually get down on the ground, Ra, and you're now
Doing the caterpillar forward.
no, it's not called belly crawling. It's called I'm doing the motions. You guys can't see me. Low crawl. So you're low crawling through the field and kind of sniffing everything out, but you're being really stealthy and low crawling. And you gesture to everybody to get down and you put your finger to your lips to be quiet, shh. All right, which direction would you like to move? Oh, perception. Okay. You kind of are sniffing out the situation because you have your nature background. Everything that you smell and can sense is coming north and northeast of you, where those trees are. I'm sorry, west. North and northwest of you. So you're gonna move.
So I'm gonna move 10 feet northwest.
Okay. Holly, what are you doing?
Following behind, creeping along.
You stealthing?
Yeah.
Trying to low crawl? Stealth, please.
I'm just gonna go invisible. I'm just gonna walk beside Ra.
Slowly and carefully.
Well, invisibly, so I don't need to be careful.
Okay. Felix, what about you?
And I do have to roll stealth, but I have advantage.
Right. Oh, Holly, nobody sees you or even knows you're there. Rod doesn't even know you're there.
That's
What?
I said that's fine. Actually, I'm gonna go forwards ahead. Since I'm the one that's invisible, so I'm gonna just walk forwards and see if I can spot those dang scarecrows anywhere.
Alright, how much farther ahead of Raw are you gonna get?
Oh, like 20 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token 20 feet ahead of him. Okay. Yeah, that's 20 feet. There you go. And
Do I see
then,
anything?
not yet. Ogle, what are you doing?
Hanging back because I was told to hang back.
Okay. Felix, what are you doing?
I rolled myself. Stealthing.
Okay, are you like trying to stay behind Raw?
Yeah.
How far behind Raw?
He moved, sorry. 10 feet.
That's 5 feet. That works. Okay. Holly, you see everybody kind of slowly progressing forward.
Okay, we'll just keep going, I guess. I'm gonna keep following the tracks.
Okay, yeah, they're going like in a... Damn it.
You can just use the pointer.
I don't know where the pointer is. Is it the line?
It's the one with the circle and the ruler.
Oh, that's not... Okay. Snap... No snapping? Oh, here we go. So how far do you want to go?
I don't know. I just want to keep following the tracks until I see them.
Okay, so the tracks go up like this, and then the tracks kind of go like that direction.
Keep going that way.
Okay.
Presumably the scarecrows aren't invisible, so I won't bump into them or anything.
Well, they're not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see. I just keep going forwards because I'm invisible.
Okay, so you get to there. And Raw, where are you going to go for your movement?
I'm just gonna do 15 feet and see what that gets me. And then for my action, I'm gonna do another perception check.
Go ahead and roll. You can't really see any movement or sense anything in particular. Holly, roll an investigation check. Alright. Right where you are, Holly, as you had walked forward around this tree, you are in the line of sight, just barely. You can see there's a scarecrow right here. And it has a rotting pumpkin head, but it is 3/4 cover.
Okay. Does it seem to notice me?
No. No, you're invisible. It can't see you at all.
Okay, well, I keep moving forwards until I... Is it the only one?
That you can see.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back. As Ra is crawling around, Actually, I'm not gonna go to Ra, he might yelp. I'm gonna go to Felix. And I'm
I
gonna
was-
say,
Hey, Felix.
Definitely gonna roll a Constitution to see if he's scared me.
I say, hey, Felix, there is a scarecrow ahead past those bushes. You might want to tell Ra that I told you. Because he might get scared because I'm invisible. Does Felix get scared?
No.
Okay, good. Anyways, I tell him I scouted ahead. There's one up there. There might be more. Who knows? How many sets of tracks do I see?
It's really hard to tell.
Okay, well, there's at least one. So get your bow out and whatever. I'm gonna go back and tell Ogle to come back up.
Thanks.
Okay, move down to Ogle.
I'm gonna move up to Raw
Okay.
and then just tap him and say
You point in the direction.
1 and point.
Now, I can't see it, but I know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to rage and just start running in that direction, would that constitute a surprise round?
You can rage. Roll another stealth check and start running. And we'll see if you get the surprise depending on your stealth check. Because if you're going to get up and start running, I want you to roll a stealthy run check. Because you're going to run through trees and stuff.
Okay. Well, I was going to run around.
Because, wait, do you have proficiency in nature or survival?
I do in survival.
Okay, then I'll give you advantage on the stealth check.
Alright, well, I'm going to run forward stealthily because it doesn't really make sense to be stealthy and raging. And then just like if I see one, rage
Okay,
and attack.
okay. Roll stealth check with advantage. Okay. Yeah, you can surprise it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming I can see him at this point.
Yes.
7. Alright. So I'm going to rage and do my double strike.
Okay.
So that's my first attack. Does it hit?
Ah, sorry. It's loud as shit. Okay. Yes, that hits.
And he's still alive?
Oh yeah. Why can't I hit? Oh, because I'm not on the tokens page.
Alright, that's my second attack.
So you did 13 points of slashing and 8 points of radiant. Right?
Plus another 11 on my second attack.
Oh, okay. $32. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we didn't do initiative. Okay, that was a surprise round, so... Wait, I just put the turn order up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ogle. You got a natural 20 on that, too. Everybody roll for initiative.
Would Ogle and I be closer since I said I was going down there to tell Ogle that he should move up?
I'll let you guys here. I'll move you guys to here and here. Yeah. because then, like, immediately Ra ran in. So, Ogle, I'll change yours to a 19.08 because that's what you got on your initial roll.
Thank you.
And then this guy is gonna get. All right, Holly, you're up. Actually, Holly,
Would
what's
Ra
your
get a
dex?
surprise round?
Well,
Mine's high.
he already got the surprise round.
Oh, okay.
What's
Mine's
your-
3, his is 2, so I would
Okay,
be
so you're
first.
above him. Okay.
Okay, well. I notice him, where I hear him attacking, screaming, you know, I'm gonna move up. I can't quite see through those bushes, can I? I'm invisible, I just go forwards, I guess. That's my turn. I'm gonna keep a lookout for any more that might want to jump out at Ra.
What's your passive perception?
It's 13.
Okay. All right, Ra, your turn.
So that's attacking the same one I attacked.
Yep. Yeah, because that first one was a surprise round.
Does 15 hit?
Yes.
All right. Is he still alive?
8. No.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Okay.
However, are you taking your movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I allowed to move?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right. Now I'm going to attack this one that I seem to have found.
You didn't see that one before. I just was adding them to the map because they got in view of Holly.
Gotcha. Well, I just attacked him. But I'm going to use my inspiration. It's a 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 damage.
Well, you just used your one attack on this guy over here.
Yeah. I get 2 attacks.
Okay.
So I get 2 attacks, but the first attack does damage twice.
Got
If
it.
that makes sense.
Alright, so you do 10 damage to this guy. I have to add these guys to the initiative. And Ogle will be up next unless one of them... Alright. Cool. Alright, Ogle, you're next.
I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm going to hit him, or attempt to hit him, with Sacred Flame. He has to make a dexterity save of 15 or better.
Ah, 20.
Damn it. He would have taken 15 damage too.
Does he take
That's my
any
turn.
damage? No?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, Felix, it's your turn.
Can I see anyone?
You see... You can see this guy. He's like half covered from you.
Okay. So I'll shoot him.
I think you have to roll disadvantage because...
I ignore cover.
Oh, that's right. Damn you. Ranger shit. Nice.
So 16 points. $10 points. And 4 points.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. 26, 30 points.
Oh, okay. That's all your turn is what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I can move. I'll start moving towards him.
Where were you before? Because you moved up to here.
No, I was already there. That's where I started out.
Right. Ogle was down there. Okay. Alright, where do you want to move? Okay. Okay, it is now this scarecrow's turn. It is going to glare at you, Felix.
It's gonna what?
Glare at you. Make a
Glare?
wisdom
Like
saving
with
throw.
a G or a B?
Glare, G. Make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, you are frightened until the end of this scarecrow's next turn, which also means that you are paralyzed. On your next turn, you cannot do... we'll just do this. You're frightened. And he is going to move... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 25. No, he's not going to do that. He was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to move up there. Alright, it is the next scarecrow's turn. This guy right here. And he is going to do a multi-attack on Ra. And he does a claw attack. Does a 10 doesn't hit. Okay.
Nope.
He does a second claw attack. And a 12, I'm assuming, doesn't hit.
Nope.
All right, that ends his turn. Holly.
All right. Still invisible. I'm gonna cast. Oh. I guess Fairy Fire on these two.
Okay.
They need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Or else they will have, or people will have advantage to hit them.
The first one got a 17.
That meets it. Beats it.
And the second one got a 7.
That one fails.
So this one has fairy fire?
Yeah, he's illuminated and everyone has advantage on attacks against him.
Okay.
I'm also gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Felix. That's my turn. Oh, I'm gonna move away. Over here.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Ra, you're up.
Do I get advantage? I get advantage against the one that's got the fairy fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's this one right here.
So that's my first attack. So that's 24 damage.
Nice.
Is he still alive?
Barely.
All right, he'll get my second attack. Let's see.
Yeah. He's dead.
All right, I'm just getting close to the next one, and that ends my turn. Wait, did he move, or did my thing mess up?
You were right here and he moved straight up. Like he went from like here to here to here. He didn't come into your 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, that ends my turn.
Okay. Ogle.
I'm going to walk up here. Oh, wrong button. I'll walk up to there and cast Sacred Flame.
Nice.
Or dexterity of 15, or he takes 10 damage.
He got a 13.
10 radiant damage.
Whew. Okay. He's still alive. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Alright, Felix, you don't get to do anything because you're still frightened and paralyzed. And this one. It's that one's turn. He is going to try to take another set of claw attacks at Ra. 18 hit you, Ra?
Let me check. No, it does not.
18 doesn't hit you?
Armor class 19.
Ooh, girl. Alright, he takes another swipe at you. Oh, he gets a natural 20.
Okay, that hits.
You take 8 plus 8 slashing, so you take 16 points of slashing damage.
8
And
on the modifier is not multiplied.
it says 8 plus 8 slashing.
Okay.
If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Or be frightened. So make a wisdom saving throw, as well as taking 16 damage.
So it's only 8 because of my thing, and then I have to do wisdom saving.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 8 is the normal damage?
It was a natural 20.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow. Nice save. Okay, so you save. You're not frightened. And... Ugh. That's his turn. Holly's turn.
Just shoot him.
With what?
Eldritch Blast.
How far is the Eldritch Blast? 60?
120 feet.
Okay, you got that.
Pew pew.
Alright. 4 damage. Oh.
It's 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's dead.
11. Pew pew. Good job.
So you guys see this like sparkly ray of purple fuchsia come out and just like obliterate this scarecrow, and like straw just flies everywhere.
Good job, everybody.
So we've solved the scarecrow problem.
Hopefully, let's burn them anyways.
Well, let's loot the bodies first.
I mean, they're scarecrows. They probably just have chunks of horse.
Yeah, but this could be like the Scooby-Doo where we rip off the mask and it's actually a rival farmer.
Probably not.
So you guys get 200 XP for each scarecrow, so that's 600 XP total.
Did we get XP for any of our other little mini quests we've done today?
That's a good question.
Are
How
we
much
done for the
damage
night,
did
by the
you
way?
say we got?
You get a total, the party gets a total of 600.
So 150 apiece. That puts us at 8264.
None of these, because you haven't killed anything. This is the first.
Murder is the only way to gain experience in this world.
Well, in the faction quest, yes, unless they specifically talk about it, and none of these other. They've given you rewards, but not.
I'm going back to shoot the farmers.
Kill everybody. It's the only way to get more powerful.
Listen, we've been trying to not embrace the murder hobo, but now we understand. Well, before we end, can we just fast forward to the part where we go back to the Emerald Enclave and turn this bad boy in?
Sure. So you guys like rummage through, but there's really nothing but straw and weird stuff. Scarecrows, you've destroyed them, and you can take like some evidence back with you. But yeah, you guys go ahead.
Like
and
cell phone selfies with the scarecrows, corpses.
Sure. Oh, I'm trying to get back to the map. Alright, so
I guess, well, before we leave, should we investigate the area and just see if there's any sign of, like, where these magic scarecrows appeared from? Like, are they naturally occurring, or did someone make them?
you can roll an investigation check. From what you can tell, you're not quite sure if they came from within the city or outside of the city. You know that they were definitely like conjured up, so like they're obviously a freak of nature and some sort of like supernatural force, but it's just too difficult for you to tell their origin.
Alright, well, let's go back and tell, what's up.
Alright, so you make your way back to Melanor Fellbranch at the Falconmere Manor. And you guys get back into the city, go to the Falconmere Manor, and your not so friendly little half-elf druid is there. He's tending to the grounds, doing some gardening, clipping some weeds and whatnot. You walk in and pss, pss, pss. He turns around and you've got like pumpkin pieces and straw bales in your hands, or like hands full of straw bales to prove the end of your quest. Raw, you gain 1 renown for the Emerald Enclave. You can put that in your bio section of your character sheet. 1 renown point.
So we done for the night?
Hang on, not done. Giving him his stuff.
Well, I mean, are we relevant to that?
No, I mean he could share the stuff.
I suppose.
You get Raw. Sorry, Melanor. You tell him what happened. That you took care of the scarecrows. That there actually was 3 of them, and he hands you this charm, and it is a charm of restoration. It has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast one of the following. So if you use 4 of the 6 charges, you can cast Greater Restoration. If you use 2 of its charges, you can cast Lesser Restoration. However, you only have a total of 6 charges. So you can use them in any combination that you want. Either 1 greater, 1 lesser, or 3 lessers. And it works as those spells: Greater Restoration, Restoration, Lesser Restoration.
That's pretty nifty.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to keep it yourself. You could hand it off to somebody else if you wanted to.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask her if she knows of any other tasks that need to be done while I'm here.
Yes. And he says, this is the grumpy old guy that says, Sir Ambrose Everdon, a grizzlied old champion of Kelivmore, has offered to help the city guard catch a necromancer who's stealing bones from the city of the dead and animating them as skeletons. Sir Ambrose could use your help if you're not too busy. And that's your next quest. So I'll put it in here so that you have that for the next time. And we can be done.
Okay, yeah, we'll just head back to the inn and rest.
Alright, well.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.
That ends our evening.